So they said they found a set of remains here a few hours ago. No obvious signs of death.
Okay, I'll examine the body. You look around for anything else that might be useful. Caucasian male, approximately between the ages of 40 and 45, time of death, 3 months ago.
Hey Bones, I think I found something. There's liquid here, which is weird because it hasn't rained in a while.
Don't touch that! Booth, evacuate the area and meet me back at the car as soon as you can. Yes? Can I get a team in here with protective suits and breathing apparatus as soon as possible? They need to collect the remains, the unknown liquid, and the evidence.
Jeez, Bones, what is this stuff?
Yes, please ship it back to the Jeffersonian.
Everyone heard the lady. Move out! Come up with anything yet? Figure out what the mysterious liquid was?
Oh, yeah. I sent the liquid in for testing, and it confirmed my suspicions. It's the chemical weapon VX gas.
Interesting name, considering it's a liquid and not a gas. Wait, are you sure the body's safe to handle? What if it still has some of that VX gas liquid stuff on it?
Luckily, VX gas can be cleaned off with simple soap and water, or bleach in some cases, so the body was rid of it quite quickly. As for the rest of the liquid, it's in an isolated lab, and the people working with it are wearing full protective gear. Oh, and Booth, I practically saved your life today. If you had touched that VX gas, you would have been dead in a matter of minutes, especially with an exposure to that much. Even with the antidote at hand, you would have been dead long before someone retrieved it and administered it.
Wow, thanks for saving me, Bones.
Yeah. Anyways, back to the case. So the murder site was the last known place to hold VX gas after the Chemical Weapons Convention banned it for being too dangerous. So our victim could have been messing with it when he shouldn't have, or he was trying to steal it, because it's not something an amateur could make on their own. We could have a big issue on our hands.
Bones, this is serious. If someone tried to steal this chemical, then they could be planning a mass murder or terrorist attack. This is a criminal investigation now.
Yeah, that's a good thing to do. You go catch your bad guy stuff, and I'll be here in the lab.
What do I know about VX gas that may help with the case? Let's start with the basics. It's a chemical weapon, obviously, more specifically a nerve agent and an organophosphate because it contains phosphorus. It functions similarly to an insecticide. That's how I'll explain it to Booth. It attacks the central and peripheral nervous system. The VX itself acts as an inhibitor to the enzyme acetylcholinesterase. This enzyme allows muscles to relax. Without it, muscles are constantly contracted. Most importantly, the diaphragm contracts and does not relax and cannot continue allowing air into the lungs as usual. Asphyxiation. This is most likely what killed our victim. The VX is irreversible, so once it's in the system, its effects do not subside after a short amount of time. They are permanent. What else do I know? Well, VX gas is odorless and colorless, even though sometimes it can appear to be a straw-colored liquid. Our victim probably wasn't taking the correct precautions and spilled some of the liquid without even realizing it. It must have then gotten onto his skin somehow. Also, it is a man-made substance that cannot be found in nature. After being developed in England, no other uses for the compound have been found other than a chemical weapon. With a high viscosity, it resists flow, giving it a consistency similar to motor oil. The victim must have tripped because the VX would not have been sloshing around the container. What else? It has a low volatility, so low that it can stay somewhere for hours, days, and even months if under the right conditions. It is no surprise that Booth found some of the spill remaining at the crime scene. And although it can be soluble, typically any rain or snow would have no effect on it. That's why it was not washed away on any rainstorms for the months following the spill. With that, it has a very high boiling point, making it difficult to turn into a vapor. Even at room temperature, it's a liquid, despite the deceiving name of VX gas. If a vapor, it could be inhaled and kill a victim even faster than through skin contact. Well, this is enough information for now. I wonder how Booth's investigation is coming along.
Based on the way Bones reacted to the VX being on the crime scene, I think it's safe to assume that this VX is some pretty bad stuff. I wonder what Google has to say about it. Oh look, a video. Maybe this will help me understand.
It's one of the deadliest chemical agents ever created. Within seconds of exposure, symptoms of nausea and convulsions take over. Without emergency treatment, paralysis, respiratory failure, and death can occur within minutes. This deadly killer is the nerve agent VX.
Gosh, Bones wasn't kidding. It is serious. Well, she did say it was one of the most deadly chemical weapons, and the internet says it is classified as a weapon of mass destruction. Luckily, there are no confirmed cases of anyone ever using it as one. Doesn't mean that no one ever will. There are crazy people out there. But geez, if someone had gotten their hands on this stuff, then they have the potential to kill hundreds of thousands of people. Bones mentioned that it doesn't take a lot to kill someone. We need to find out how much someone took if they did steal VX from the storage facility.
Okay, now let's think about what someone could do with this chemical weapon once they got their hands on it. A guy from the storage facility said that an effective way to use it was to put it into a bomb or projectile. Something about, upon impact, it being hot enough to change into a gaseous phase. Breathing this stuff in means death within a couple of minutes. And Bones said that due to its characteristics, people wouldn't even know they were exposed. People coming to help the attacked area could expose themselves, and even more people would die. This stuff is terrible. No mercy. They were only trying to help, and next thing you know, they're dead. Oh no, it would be even worse if someone were to put this into a public water supply. Contaminated water would go out to thousands of homes and kill people before anyone even knew what was going on. Not to mention, if the person transporting the stolen liquid VX wasn't careful and spilled some of it while trying to get away, someone nearby could possibly come in contact with it, or even worse, step on it. It would then be on their shoes and could possibly spread to a number of other places, increasing the possibility of more people dying from exposure. We need to get a team together as soon as possible to get this case under control. There are so many things to consider. I better get back to Bones.
An accident? Okay. Thank you for informing me. Oh, Booth! Good news! I just got a call, and it was only an accident. Our victim was transporting the VX gas for it to be eliminated in a couple months. I guess he wasn't careful enough. It's lucky that no one else was hurt. That's an extremely dangerous compound.
Bones, that's great! We don't have to worry about a possible mass murder. I was afraid some maniac or terrorist had gotten their hands on it. We could have had an extremely serious crisis to deal with.
Well then, on to the next case.